Hey guys, welcome back to this place. If you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I am Carmen, and today we are watching Season 2, Episode 9 of Battlestar Galactica. We are almost halfway through the season, which honestly makes me really happy because last season at this time, we were almost done with the season. And now we still have like an entire half to go, which is, I don't know. I love when shows have like 20 or so episodes. I love to just have longer to spend with characters and storylines. So, yeah, where were we? Last week we met Cylon model number 6, I think, right? Because we had 4, and then we met the doctor guy on Caprica, and now we have Lucy Lawless. Yeah, so I think six models we know for sure now. I'll have to go through and make sure to fact check myself for that. Could be 5, but I think 6. So we're halfway through. We know half of all the Cylon models that exist, so that's exciting. We had a cool, like, a little bit meta of, like, a film crew on board the Galactica filming and getting their perspective on the fleet, which was a kind of biased perspective, but I mean, we all have our own biases, so it is what it is. Yeah, I really liked that episode. I thought it was fun. I overanalyzed the hell out of it, which if you watch the previous episode, you already know. So let's just go into this episode and see how I can just overanalyze everything that they give to me, because it's what I do. Okay, that's a lot of freaking Cylons. That's a lot. A lot of Cylons. Where are they?
How are we feeling today?
Well, I'm feeling very stressed, Tyrell, because I just saw a shit ton of Cylons. Is Hilo being iced out because of Sharon, or do people not know?
I'll invite you here.
Okay, good. Oh no, they are.
Carl Agathon.
They are icing him out. Get on him, Starbuck. Let him know that's not okay.
You want to sit in?
Maybe next time.
Aww.
So he's the Cylon lover?
You know what? I don't care who or what he fracks. He saved my ass down there, all right?
Yeah, tell him, Starbuck.
How could anyone fall in love with a toaster, though?
The bastards frack with your head.
Yeah. Just ask the chief.
Alright, I'm tired of people being so judgy.
Unauthorized discharge of a firearm with a bonus charge.
They should have given you a medal.
Alright, let's maybe not have those sorts of feelings about it. Maybe...
Sharon flew 47 missions in this thing. Still couldn't trap a landing worth a damn.
maybe they'll bond. Since they're kind of outcasts now.
You're folding with 3 up? Are you crazy? Not when you got me beat. Prince I read, right? Playing with these cards for so long, I know every fold. So life's a bitch. What do you want to do, cry about it? No, I just want it to end, okay? The bad food, the endless rotations, pretending that a card game is the high point of our day. It's not gonna last forever, all right? Earth is out there, right?
All right, I would...
I'm gonna go find Hilo.
Yeah.
Good idea. Maybe that Cylon whore taught him a few tricks.
Girl, you're gonna get punched. Honestly, kind of here for it. She drug her coat over her head.
She loved you.
Did you fill you in on the rest of the plan? She and I were gonna muster out at the end of our service. You know, that we would get married, maybe we would have children.
I thought y'all could bond, not...
Probably that goddamn toaster's plan all along.
Don't
Sucker.
call her that.
Some moron into giving her a kid, hey? But you know what? I should probably be grateful to you.
Tyrell, don't.
Because that freak in her belly could have been mine.
Tyrell, you're asking for trouble.
You okay? Sorry.
Everyone's fighting! Y'all could have been bonding. This is a missed opportunity for some bonding. That's all I'm saying. Here I thought the Hilo was gonna be the jealous one.
What the hell is that?
It was us, sir, but I can't find the source of the transmission.
It was probably the virus. Yep, it's the virus, right? Dang! Okay, are all these Cylons coming for like where we are now? Like, are they on their way to us? And by us, of course, I mean them.
Power surge energized the board. System's been twitchy ever since the Cylons infiltrated our network.
Mr. Gator, this is more than a twitch.
It's probably the Cylons.
Sir, I'm running every diagnostic we've got. Checking each line of code could take days.
Okay.
I am not interested in excuses. Fix it.
I mean, there's
It's not an excuse, sir. It's a fracking fact!
Gator. We're gonna need you to take a deep breath.
Pull yourself together.
Yeah, that.
I'm sorry, sir.
I understand. It's a stressful situation.
Months on the run, and what do we have to show for it? Casualties. Deteriorating conditions.
This crew needs a rest.
It's finally hitting them, Saul.
They need a win.
All lives are gone. The only thing we have to look forward to is this.
Yeah. I mean, you can only survive off of adrenaline for so long.
Chief, come on. Work with me here. I need your help.
What do you want me to do? Work my crew to death?
No, just do your best. Nobody's expecting any miracles.
Well, he already told you that he did his best. So what more do you want?
Maybe that's the problem.
I mean, guess he didn't sleep. Is he building another ship from scratch?
What's going on, Chief?
All right, here's the deal. We are gonna build a new fighter.
He is.
3 days backlog on repairs as is.
Strictly an off-duty project.
What?
You don't think we can do this?
I wouldn't even know how to begin. It's fracking impossible.
I don't think so. They got built in the first place.
You know what, then? Forget you. I don't need you.
Wait, it's not like that.
I said forget it. Get back to work.
I mean, maybe he's the only one with gumption. Is it bad news? I mean, it's terminal, so there's not really any good news in that situation, right?
How much time do I have?
Oh no, don't ask that. Don't ask that.
Weeks.
Weeks?
A month at the outside.
What? I thought she had months. Weeks go by so fast.
Will I be able to work?
Unless the cancer goes to your brain. That happens.
Let her have this. Holy. I think maybe that's not the best target practice for you.
Viper maintenance to take precedence over his hobby project.
Nice.
The oxygen was going.
You don't actually think that piece of junk's gonna actually fly, do you?
Yeah, I think he'll be able to do it. I have faith in Tyrell. Your oxygen right now, though.
And who's gonna fly it? It's not gonna be me. What?
Oh, because the lack of oxygen.
I'll fly it.
Why?
Because while everyone else is standing around whining,
We're whining.
the chief is doing something positive.
Y'all, someone needs to walk in here. Cause your oxygen is like real not great situation.
There's no oxygen here. There's no oxygen here.
Yep. Yep. Although, what this happened this quickly with lack of oxygen? I'm not a scientist, so I don't know. But I feel like this is happening very quickly. Because even if like oxygen stopped getting pumped into there would still be a reservoir of leftover oxygen in there. No? Am I just ill-informed? She gonna shoot through the window? Maybe there's not a window. She's just trying to open the door. Oh, there is a window. Okay. I was right the first time. I'm out.
The environmental computer decided that the firing range was overpressurized and started bleeding out air to compensate.
2 more minutes and we'd have been dead.
So I think I found what's causing it.
Is it the virus?
What is that?
Cylon logic bomb, a heuristic computer virus.
Mm-hmm.
It's capable of learning, evolving. It's probably running in parallel with every computer in the ship right now, just waiting to be activated.
That was weeks ago.
Yep, and it's been there the whole time.
Why now?
Most likely, sir, it took that long for it to crack our encrypted passcodes.
Mm-hmm.
How do you kill it?
Well, that's gonna be more difficult.
If it's a Cylon virus, it is extremely difficult to eradicate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I'm pretty lucky then, because I have an expert on board. Tell Hilo to run this past our prisoner.
Oh. Shit.
Oh, come on. Come on. For fuck's sakes.
Oh, he needs somebody's help because he can't hold it up and, like, attach it at the same time by himself.
I got it. Go back to work.
It's a 2-man job, Chief. You want this wing up or not?
Why don't you help him? Yeah. Yeah, look. Teamwork. Look at that. Yes, there you go. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Have you seen the ship that the chief is building?
His imaginary fighter, I don't need to see it. No, it's a waste of time.
No, it's not.
You should shut it down.
No.
It may come to that.
What? I don't think so.
This project, it's giving him something.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take that away.
They have hope, which is necessary. That was good. I mean, I know nothing about fighting, but... Excuse me, what is this?
Oh.
I do not think Billy would approve. Oh, there he is.
Hey.
You're the first in my heart, and nothing is ever gonna change that.
Cuteness. I ship it. I ship it. Fuck it.
Sir says it's some sort of Cylon logic bomb. Do you see anything?
You flip?
What?
Sharon?
She sees something. What? What do you see?
Sharon? Sharon.
What's happening?
I need to talk to Commander Adama right now.
Why?
It's a Cylon virus, all right.
It's been learning your system, testing, adapting.
Finding weak spots.
For what?
An attack.
Hilo, this logic bomb will run its course in a matter of hours. Once it does, the Cylons will be on top of us.
They're gonna kill us all.
Mm-hmm. Although, would they kill her? Because they seemed very excited that she was there and alive and with child.
You working on this class project too, Apollo?
No.
It's good to see someone has a little sense.
I think it's good. It's giving them something to, like, hope for, right? A new beginning. Instead of just fixing what they already have, they're creating something new.
I need booze to trade for parts. I'm scrounging most of what I can from the fleet, but I need engines.
Engines or not, we both know that piece of crap out there is never gonna fly.
I gotta try, Colonel. Because that ship, the work, that's all I've got left.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
They have to have something new to aspire to. Like, morale is down. They're just surviving. They need to start living.
I almost forgot. I promised the XO of the Bapakal I'd help him out. You got some obsolete DDG-62 engines that's... They're probably crap, but I told them that I would have a crew in there and haul them out as soon as possible.
Hope.
Glad to be of help, sir.
Good.
You don't need any tie.
You want to what?
Completely erase our computer drives, cold restart the entire ship system, and then restore them using our pre-war backups.
Leaving us with our pants down until we're back online. The commander will never go for this.
I've already spoken to him, sir.
What did he say?
He's considering it.
Yeah.
Just come from seeing our Cylon prisoner. She's offering a possible solution to the problem.
And you're wondering if you can trust her?
To give everything I have, not to put my hands around her throat.
I mean, she already proved trustworthy, though.
This is not the one who shot me.
Can they really be that different from one another?
I mean, can two humans be that different from one another?
We created them. There's always a chance we might find common ground.
Yes. Alright, this seems quite excessive, but you know, what do I know? She's not a dog. I don't agree with doing that to dogs either, just to clarify, but just like.
Do you still carry your father's pocket knife?
Give it to her.
Mr. Gaeta, can you set me up with a fiber optic comm link? I need broadcast to all frequencies and direct contact to the mainframe.
Everyone's like,
Drees! Here they come. Multiple targets, Cylon raiders.
Bastards tracking us, all right.
Launch Vipers.
there's a lot. Like, when I say a lot, I mean like a lot. You have like, how many Vipers? Not that many. That's all. Look at that.
Black to follow. Formation.
Okay, this is how it's gonna work. The raiders are gonna send a signal to activate the virus. It could take a few seconds. On my mark, initiate the computer wipe. Miss the window?
The virus takes over every system in the ship.
Sometimes you gotta roll the hard six. Right, Commander?
What the hell is she doing?
Shaving your ass, probably. Ugh. It's so nasty.
System's ready, sir.
Wipe the hard drives now!
Do it. Do it. Yeah. Better hope that your computers are like fucking fast fuckers.
My God, what are they doing?
You do not have a lot of Vipers.
Weapons are still offline. No traitors. Systems down. We're defenseless.
You were defenseless already, pretty much.
Cylons are still moving in. She set us up.
No, she didn't.
If they're coming for you, they're gonna be very disappointed.
Do it.
I mean, that does nothing. It just transfers information from one of them to another one.
We just transmitted a signal.
They seem to have lost power. They're drifting out of control.
What the hell?
Cylon sent a computer virus. We just sent one back.
Yep.
Apollo, this is Galactica. Kill the bastards.
Can they kill hundreds of them? Are they just sitting ducks? Like, are they unable to fight back?
Take this thing back to its cell.
I wish there was more, like, progress on Adama and the other people's parts in regards to Cylons, in particular Sharon. Like, there's no, like, movement of thought in regards to the way they think about them. You know what I mean?
There's gotta be some extra metal lying around that we can use to skin this thing.
Who says you need metal?
Carbon composite.
Good call, Hilo.
It's gonna be hard as hell to see Andreas, but the question is, will it fly?
I think it will.
Apollo Starbuck, Blackbird flight is cleared for launch.
Blackbird?
Blackbird is away.
Looks like it's flying pretty good.
Hey, will you take it easy? Start slow. You're testing the ship. What are you trying to prove?
I'm not trying to prove anything. Gotta be kidding me. Woo!
Okay.
Okay,
She got it.
let's see what this baby can do.
Starbucks, where are you? Starbucks, you hear me? Starbucks!
I think she's good. She's good.
I lost her.
No, she's okay. She's good.
No Dratus contact.
Starbuck.
She's good. She's just having fun.
Kara, are you okay?
She's good. Right? Yeah.
Of course you lost contact at the damn stealth ship, remember?
A spark of hope for the fleet.
Chief Tyrrell? This is the Blackbird.
Yes, ma'am. Madam President, this is an honor.
No, the honor's mine. It's remarkable.
Just a ship, ma'am.
Oh, you're much too modest. After what we've been through, it would be very easy to give up, to lose hope.
Mm-hmm.
But not here. Not today. This is more than a ship, Chief. This is an act of faith. It is proof that despite all we've lost, we keep trying. And we will get through this, all of us, together. I promise.
It's hope for the future, right? Christen it! Yeah! He's gonna let her.
Madam President, this was supposed to be a surprise, but, well.
Do they name it after her?
Thank you.
If you'll do us the honors.
Of course.
That's cute.
Hell of an idea using carbon composites.
Oh, you're finally gonna stop being an asshole to him?
None of this would have been possible if you hadn't trusted the Cylon.
I took your advice.
Sure.
Met on common ground.
What was that?
Yeah.
We both wanted to live.
I mean, facts. I would just like to see somebody besides Hilo and Starbuck be nice to her for once, so we'll see. Oh, are we not gonna find out what he said? Okay, cool. Love that. This is a really good episode. I really liked it. I don't know if it's just me or if it's the energy drink or what it is, but I feel like that episode went by like really fast. Like that was a quick episode. I do want to watch the next one already. Damn. But anyway, before that, let's talk about this episode. I think that I really like the sort of this being the follow-up to the last episode, right? I think that we're sort of ending the arc of people are really struggling and doing every single thing that they can just to survive. And I think this episode was a good starting point to talking about how everything prior to this has sort of been a reaction to the situation that they found themselves in the miniseries, right? The Cylon attack. Everything since then has sort of been them trying to catch up and catch their breath and take a moment to just not even take a moment, right? Just keep surviving. Like every struggle that they've had so far is trying to find a way to keep humanity going. And that can only get you so far. As Adama said in this episode, they have to have a reason now that they can stop and breathe for a second to keep going forward, right? You can only stay in survival mode for so long. At some point, you have to start living life again. There has to be something to hope for, some some reason to keep going beyond just sheer survival. There has to be happiness and hope for the future. And aside from just Earth, which they're trying to get to, there has to be tangible things that they can hold on to, whether it be each other, whether it be the hope of like a new relationship, falling in love, having a baby, something like art. Like, I don't know. It just has to be something that they can hope in for the future, right? Aside from this abstract idea of Earth at some point. I know that like falling in love and stuff, it's not necessarily tangible. It's still sort of abstract, but you can tangibly reach out and touch the person that you're falling in love with, right? So I think that the ship that Tyrell was building was more than just something to occupy his time. It was something that they could start creating that was new. It's a reason to hope for the future. It's this idea that while this entire time they've been trying to fix and repair and mend all of the things that the Cylons broke, they can now create something new. And that's hope for the future, right? That's something to build upon. They're not just fixing, they're creating, they're expanding, they're carving out a place for themselves, and that's positive. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like this episode said it a lot better than I did just now, but I like the idea that they've sort of been reeling from the punch of the Cylons, right? Like they got hit in the face essentially with the Cylon attack. And now they're ready to punch back. They're no longer reeling. They've pulled themselves back and they're ready. That being said, I really do like the message of this episode, even if I sort of butchered it in trying to reiterate what I liked so much about it. I think that that it's cool to, I think that it's essential in a story about survival, right? Like a post-apocalyptic, dystopian, whatever, something really bad happens, and then you have this group of people fighting to survive. I think it's essential that it has to be about more at some point. There has to be a reason to keep fighting to survive, right? Like, simply living isn't enough. Surviving isn't enough. They have to have something to live for, something to hope for, something to strive for. And I like that now in Battlestar we're sort of discovering that. Instead of just we're surviving because humanity needs to survive. But why? Like, why does humanity need to survive? Why are we fighting to survive? It's because of the people we love, because of the things that we love, because of the things that bring us joy. It's not just for the sake of surviving, because, like, what's the point? Also, and maybe I'm reading too far into it, you guys can let me know, but I love that they named the ship, the name of the ship is Laura, after the president, which I also fracking adore. But I love that, like, the other ships are Vipers and these ships are Blackbirds, right? And I love it because my first immediate association is the song Blackbird. And the lyrics of Blackbird, if you don't know, are, I just looked it up to make sure I was right. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You're only waiting for this moment to be free, blah, blah. The important lyrics to me in relation to this are singing in the dead of night, take these broken wings and learn to fly, right? So this ship, where they are is like the dead of night. And obviously space, like, there's not really like the sun where they are, at least the days, the rotation of the Earth, all that stuff. Well, Caprica in this case doesn't happen. So the dead of night, I feel like, is a reference to the fact that they're in space, which is dark, and they're also just in a dark place. You know, humanity as a whole is in a dark place. It's the dead of night. It's when there's no light and there's little hope. But they're taking the broken wings and learning to fly. So they're building this ship. They're fixing themselves back up, the broken wings of humanity, and they're learning to fly again. They're learning to hope again, to have that idealism again, that thing that I think is something good in humanity, that spark, that, you know, just that spark of life, that hope that things can get better, that there's something worth living for and fighting for. And so I think that it's really cool that they named it Blackbird. I don't know if that's like the actual intention behind it, but it's what I immediately thought of when they said Blackbird, and it's a nice metaphor for what they're trying to do in this episode as well. So I have to think that it's intentional, and as someone who, you know, reads into things, I love it. I think it's a great metaphor for this episode and the show in general, and where they are right now and where they're transitioning to in the future. So I think it's great. And I love, like I said, love that they named it after the president, because I think that, well, I really hope that we don't lose her as a character, and I hope that some weird ass miracle cure comes in and saves her in the last minute. I think that it's a nice idea that them knowing, of course they don't know weeks like we do, but them knowing that the president has a limited time, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like there's a expiration date for her being the president, that they would name this ship, which is kind of like a herald of new hope, after her, and that way that even when she's gone, she's still flying with them, you know? I'm making myself upset, but I really like the idea behind it, and I also legit thought that they wanted her to like properly christen it, like, you know, you do a boat. I don't know if you do it to a ship or like a spaceship, right? When you just break it, but I'm assuming carbon fiber maybe is less durable, and maybe that would be bad to do to it. I don't know, but it was funny to see the moment of her being like, ah, and then being like, ah. Something that I do wish would evolve a little bit faster, but I understand why it's not, is sort of Adama's thinking about Cylons, right? And just in general, the thinking of Cylons, and Sharon in particular. But yeah, I think that it's interesting that we sort of seem to keep taking like these 2 steps forward, 1 step back in regards to Sharon and Adama in particular, because I figured after proving herself to Lee in the last episode and Adama like multiple times over, that they would offer a little bit more respect to her and a little bit less animosity. But Lee's here shooting the picture of her as target practice, and Adama is like, I wish I could strangle her. And it's just, while I understand fully where that anger is coming from, especially from Lee, because in his mind, she killed his father. And I mean, I guess not especially from Lee. Also, Adama, literally this person that you trust and love, tried to kill you. Or she tried to kill his father. She did not kill his father, sorry. But you know what I mean. Like, that was the intention. Essentially. And so I get where they're both coming from, but I don't know. I guess it's not logical for me to want them to be on her side faster, but I wish that it's like we're kind of going back and forth with it, right? Because it's like we kind of see, it seems like they're kind of trusting her a little bit, and then the next episode they're like, this bitch, I fucking hate her, you know? Not in those exact words, but sort of the mentality of that. So yeah, I don't know. I think I just like Sharon, and I want good things for her because I feel like many times now she has proven herself, like more than any one person would have to prove themselves, and it's sort of still like it's never enough. And there is a little bit of frustration as an audience member watching that, but again, it's also literally completely understandable. So I don't know, it's both frustrating and not frustrating because I fully get why they feel that way. But as someone who likes Sharon, I'm like, but let her have her moment, you know, like she's trying so hard. But I also completely understand. So I don't know. It's like I'm fighting two parts of myself because I get why they would feel that way, but I don't feel that way. So also interested in what conversation Tyrell and Sharon are about to have. I kind of thought that Tyrell and Hilo were going to bond over the fact that they were kind of both outcasts due to having a relationship with Sharon. Some iteration of Sharon, at least. But no, they just kind of, you know, butted heads over it, which, again, I understand. But I kind of wish went a different way. I'm glad that Starbuck is standing up for her. That girl was also being completely disrespectful to Starbuck, so I understand her, like, getting in that fight. I mean, Starbuck is also very prone to getting in fights. That's kind of just her personality. I'm curious as to, like, where all of this is going with Sharon and the other Cylons, because I feel like the other Cylons only did this to further ingratiate Sharon into the fleet, because she fully thinks that they're against her and that they're just gonna sacrifice her and their baby, her and Hilo's baby. But we know that that's not true because we saw how happy they were that she was alive and that the baby was alive in the last episode. So that makes me think that all of this was just the Cylons orchestrating a way to get Sharon to be more trusted by the Galactica. Like, I think that they just sacrificed those 100, 200, however many ships in order to achieve that end goal, right? So that makes me a little nervous. I don't think Sharon herself on the Galactica is in on that, but I do think that this is happening according to the plan that the Cylons have in place to keep her alive and in the good graces of Adama, at least like the good enough to not get her killed graces, you know? So that's a bit concerning because, like, I don't know what the Cylons' end goal is, but what we've seen so far, it seems like their end goal, what they've said, what Six has said, is like the end of humanity, at least humanity as we know it. So obviously I would not be for that goal because there's lots of humans on the show that I like. So yeah. Something else that I sort of have issue with, I guess, I don't know why I did it like that. I do actually have an issue with it, is the way that Callie was celebrated when she got out of the brig. Everybody's like, oh, you shouldn't have even been in the brig in the first place. Like, you did a service to us. And I think the Cylons in general are bad, right? Like, they seem to, like, want to kill a vast majority, if not all, of humans. So obviously I'm not for that. So I'm against, like, the Cylons as a whole. Individual Cylons, though, aren't necessarily bad. Like Sharon, I think that certain Cylons could be good. So it's like, while I understand that's like the whole thing of this episode, right? While I understand, I disagree. I understand their stance. I just wish, as I said before, that there was a little bit more nuance and understanding to their view of Cylons. Because I do think that there is a chance with Sharon and maybe other Cylons, 6 has shown to be a little bit differentiated. There's a chance to show that there is more nuance than we've initially seen. So I kind of want other humans to understand that there's more nuance. Because, like, people can be good or bad. So it stands to reason that Cylons created in humans' image could be good or bad. Like, if we're going off all this, like, humans are created in God's image, then humans created Cylons in their image, so then wouldn't it stand to reason that the same rules that apply to humans could apply to Cylons? Like, morality-wise. I don't know. I talked about it in the last episode. I just think that the gray area exists for humanity, and perhaps a gray area could exist for Cylons as well. I will let you guys go. Thank you, as always, so much for watching. If you want, you can watch the next episode right now over on Patreon, which will be linked in the description down below, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this episode and every episode thus far of Battlestar Galactica. That is over on Patreon as well. I hope to see you guys next week for more. Until then, bye guys!